staff writer. Today we're going to be talking about which is the best chicken sandwich from fast food restaurants and school fights. And now to Jacob.
While that wasn't cool, neither are school fights. School fights are detrimental to the West Brunswick energy that we want to bring as a student body. School fights are just times of unangled students trying to find a way to get through high school. In high school, we know it's stressful and we know there's a lot of distress amongst your classes and your classmates. Not everyone's going to get along, and that's okay. But school fights are not the way to solve that issue.
Yes, given my background in law enforcement and coming here, seeing and actually working elementary, middle, and high school, seeing a lot of altercations, a lot of fights, a lot of stuff that is unnecessary, especially when these fights do happen. The stuff that is really no cause to fight whatsoever. I just feel like it's just kids being kids and just wanting to get attention, but it's the wrong way to get attention. So yeah.
As freshmen coming into high school, there was this big age gap between 14 and an 18-year-old. And no 14-year-old wants to see a bunch of 18-year-olds fighting. Not only do we need to lead the role at West Brunswick, but we need to act our age. We need to not just be children fighting over these little disputes. As SO Mr. Officer Jones says,
well, there's a couple different ways it could affect. Naturally, the school's got attendance policies. There you go. You're going to miss a bunch of schoolwork and miss out on schoolwork, cause your grades fail, cause you get held back. Not only that, you've got the juvenile services that come involved with it, petitions. Then you got to go home and deal with mom and dad consequences as well. So, yeah, affecting in a lot of different ways.
Absolutely, like you said. While some don't see this as this big issue, a lot of people just don't see both sides of it. Whether that's the SROs getting by accidentally slapped or the pepper spray incident of last year, there's just too many variabilities that we cannot account for. And there's a time and place for these disputes, but civilized disputes, not physical altercations. Violence is never the answer, especially not in high school. There were long-term effects, and there were so many consequences that we just can't account for. Whether that's 20 years down the road, looking back on your record, or even 2 years from now when you're trying to get into college. There's a time and place, and West Brunswick is not it.
Jacob. And back to Jacob.
So today we're trying the Bojangles sandwich. We're going to judge these chicken sandwiches of shallot on 3 main categories: price, tenderness of meat, and the pickles it comes on. So at Bojangles, it comes in at $6.39, a little on the pricier side, but I think it might be worth it. The presentation's nice, so I'll check back with you after we take a quick review.
My opinion, I feel like because I don't know if everybody else does it, but we have buttermilk, so we dip them in buttermilk, then we take it out the flour, dip it back in. So we dip it twice, so it's crispy enough, and we spread it out so it fits on the bun.
Absolutely. And that's honestly all we need, so thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So after our great experience at Bojangles, we do want to add one more factor in how we're testing the chicken sandwiches. We noticed the crispiness of the Bojangles sandwich, and we feel like that factor may be more important than others. So as we continue our search, we will continue checking the crispiness, the meat, the pickles, and the price. All right, guys. Well, I hate to disappoint, this isn't a mukbang video, so we're going to go eat some sandwiches off camera, and we can't wait to report them back to you once we get back to the studio. Thank you, guys. We're going to go enjoy.
No, man, snotty art.
That. No, this.
Oh.
All right. What's up, Trojan fans? All right. So now that we've collected all of our data, we got some shocking results in all honesty. So up top at S, we got KFC. Those pickles and that juiciness of the sandwich was just too much for every other chain to combine. Next, we got Bojangles. Bojangles was kind of a sneaky horse in this race because the pickles really came through along with that Cajun flavor that came with it. I'll let my partner here, Fernando Bonifacio, take over B and C.
All right, so with B, Zach's piece was pretty good, but it had some weird chicken taste. I don't know. No, not chicken taste, but it was really...
Almost like gummy.
Yeah, like gummy.
But the sauce really saved it, which, say it's unfair, oh well, it's all ranking.
Yeah. And then we had Chick-fil-A, and honestly, I've always thought it was pretty mid. People really like it, but not really.
Yeah, it's just kind of basic. It's like a saltine cracker with a chicken sandwich world. Like, you're never gonna be disappointed, but it's like, it's okay. It's a little expensive too.
Yeah, sorry. And Hardee's, bro, they didn't even have sauce or pickles. Like, it was just straight bread and chicken. Like, we don't mess with that around here, all right?
Nah. When you can't even get the criteria down, you're going down the list. All right, and finally, we got Wendy's and McDonald's. I was a little disappointed in Wendy's. I had my heart out for some Wendy's, but I was a little disappointed. It was super dry. The bun didn't help it. None of the categories led up to an amazing sandwich, and that's why it fell to the bottom.
Yeah, honestly, like an off-brand McChicken.
And let's be honest, that McChicken might have been better than new McCrispy. The classic chicken sandwich that they used to have at McDonald's was a different level than the McCrispy that we tried. The McCrispy was just a sad excuse for a sandwich. It was
I agree.
It was pitiful. If you're going to be in Charlotte and you got all those options, don't go to McDonald's for a chicken sandwich. Take yourself to KFC and treat yourself. That's Jacob Rumsey reporting on the chicken sandwiches in Charlotte.
And this is Fernando.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed our little taste test. Have a good one, Trojan fans.
Thanks, Jacob. And this is the last time you're going to have to see him. Back to Jacob for sports.
Whoa, I know that guy. And that guy. Wow, he must be such an athlete. Anyways, this winter, we have a lot of West Brunswick sports that are very exciting and a lot of up-and-coming athletes waiting to show off their talents. With women's wrestling going into their second season, with a new coach, they are looking at new heights and hoping to get to that state championship that is also desired in high school sports. Much like women's wrestling, our men's wrestling team is taking off under Coach Whitman and is excited to see what has next in store. Just like swim season, basketball season can get really loud and is really exciting to watch. With the cheerleaders cheering them on and strengthening their bonds, not just as athletes, but as students too, it is so exciting watching these kids grow and watching the seniors go out for that last final run. With our basketball season continuing, we cannot wait to see what they have in store for us and cannot wait to see that show on the basketball courts. I'm Jacob Rumsey, the athlete on the walls, and cannot wait to get back to the studio to learn more.
Going. Thanks, Jacob. And that's what we have for this week's episode of the West Wind Weekly. To stay on top of school news, visit wbhwestwind.net. I'm Willow Peltier, and I'm Nia Trott. See you next time. Bye!